We are on the road to Bealbeach City with our trusty Raptorch Jonathan, pretty close to him leveling up again, and we think that he should be evolving relatively soon. We're blind playing Pokemon Uranium. If you haven't tried it, do, because it's amazing. Overall, the pacing feels pretty good, and you never know when you're going to come across something like, oh, say, TM Secret Power. The third gym should be over in Bealbeach City. I'm hoping to evolve Jonathan before we get over there. After Jonathan evolves, we'll work on finding something to train that isn't weak to ground and water. Doug, our own Kinetmonk, happens to be weak to ground, so that's no good. Wobble's also weak to ground and also water. Really, we just need to do a box check and start rounding things out. Level 27 already? Imagine if we just evolve after this fight. Guess we couldn't be quite so lucky to have Jonathan evolve right as I'm talking about having her evolve. The Tandor region starters only evolve once. I understand why their evolution level might be delayed, and honestly, power scaling of key story fights hasn't been anything to prevent you from just steamrolling with your starter alone thus far. Hope everyone's year's been well so far. I thought I was finally done with having my office space displaced, but it seems we're getting new furniture in the office. How'd he realize I'm strange? I literally just got here. Anyway, I had to knock my rig offline, unplug everything to get it racked up on a shelf, only to discover the shelf is not going to be sufficient space clearance for all of the plugs. Take it back off the shelf, disassemble the shelf, return the shelf, and go get a brand new shelf. Creating a more efficient and ergonomic workspace by ruining my current workspace and making it unusable? I'm confident that the time lost is going to pay dividends later. My swarm of rats are doing the absolute most in providing me with more consumables than I will ever have a use for. All about the long con, kinda like befriending all of the crows so they bring you shiny things. That's just it, there's no way for me to help this lad who's lost. Bugs are cool. I mean, as someone who chose the fire starter, I too think bugs are pretty cool. They're full of all sorts of experience, like piñatas for leveling up. I might change how things are divided in post-processing, but I think that I've got about the next 6 episodes lined up. I just need to sit down and edit them around other projects. Like laser scanning an entire tank. What a weird New Year's Eve. Woohoo! Level 28! Quoting something from YouTube, but you are something from YouTube. Anyway, it would seem that level 28 is also not the level at which Jonathan evolves. Guys, I swear to you, I will not forget about this berry patch again. I will pick those berries when they're ready. Double checking around the lab to see if any of the dialogue options have changed significantly since finishing off Garlic Kid. It would appear that things are more or less status quo here, though distinctly lacking in Pokemon for a Pokemon research facility. There's gotta be a fossil nearby that they put this here, right? Alright, might as well go back to the Poke Center to heal, then we'll be back on the road to Bealbeach. I definitely didn't pick up a fossil anywhere already, did I? Oops, can't forget about the held items. At some point I'm gonna end up with a silly amount of rare candies and be able to just go from wherever I am to level 100. I mean, Doug is obviously a likely candidate. He is the Chipmunk King after all, though I really need to level up something that isn't weak to ground type. Being that Ember is my only decent special move, that actually kinda hurts Jonathan. Makes it real difficult to sweep. That's why I need something that's not weak to ground. Yawn, constantly forcing me to split XP. That's okay, Wobble's starting to feel a little underleveled. Although he shares most of Jonathan's weaknesses, so I should really be using something else. I'm raising bug Pokemon. Does that make me a bug catcher? Tell me! Kid, just calm down. You could grow up and become whatever you want. Wait, that was 2 birds. He didn't have a bug Pokemon unless he sent out the bug Pokemon and the bird that fought me swooped in to eat it. Where are the bug Pokemon that you were raising, young sir? May I please have an evolution now? Oh, thank you. Oh boy, Jonathan. I was beginning to worry this day would never come. But now our rap torch is a... Achilles? Archilles? I'm gonna think it's Achilles.
I'm not your boyfriend!
Now that Jonathan's evolved, I should look into rounding out the team. Wobble's fine, but he's weak to ground and water, making him not the best tank to block for Jonathan. Maybe I'll go for a flying type, one of the birds, or a normal type. Anything that's just not weak to ground type. That must be what Outen evolves into. Well, we just picked up the TM for Aerial Ace, so I guess I could go for a flying type. Or maybe I'll hold off until I know what the gym is going to be like. While running it back to heal, I'd like to talk a little bit about free and open source software. I'm a computer geek and have been using free and open source software for years now. Self-hosting what I can, sandboxing services that I can't. A few weeks ago I received a letter from a company that I've been trying to compartmentalize as much as possible, and it's an offer to opt in to a program which sounds a lot like a Nielsen box family, which means they are unhappy with their current inability to track me, which has me grinning from ear to ear. There's no advertisement here, just wanted to let you know that sometimes the corporations will let you know that the steps that you take to avoid them are working. You can make over $140 a year if... No. S'more is the friendly bug, Trickwee is the prankster. We're just gonna call him Sting. We're just gonna steadily clear our way through the trainers along Route 6. The sign by the berry patch on Route 6 does warn you to pack potions and such because it's a long route, but how long can it really be? It might be a fan game, but so far it's felt a lot like a mainline game, and these routes are never actually that long. We have plenty of potions thanks to Doug's loyal subjects, however, we do eventually run out of PP for our move pool on Jonathan. If the road stretches for long enough, we might have to switch over to using Repel. Tubjaw looks like it should be threatening, but that initial Aqua Jet didn't actually do that much. Feels like it should have done a lot more. Of course, now that he's burnt, he does half damage, which means we could really just stall out with all of these potions. And there's an extra super repel should I need it. Although I think the rodents have brought me plenty of repels already. Oh, I totally forgot to take the items off of these guys after that last fisherman fight, didn't I? What do we think? Item NPC or battle? If you said battle, you were right. Ha! Coconut crab. Wait, if that's super effective, is it a grass type? It's not a water type. Maybe the thing that I need to find to fit onto my team is one of those coconut crabs. 94 speed at level 30. What kind of speed stat does it have? Like, Jonathan's fast. I guess raptors are generally depicted as being fast. Oh, I guess that's where the end of the game is. But we're only at 2 badges, so it's gonna be a while. I already know it's a fight, but we gotta go back. Better to just fight them now anyway. Right, I already said Jonathan's fast, but rock polish doubles speed. 2 times speed. This deer is still too slow. It would appear another cave is coming up to traverse. Let me go ahead and empty out the Pokemon's held items and save. Are Scottish aliens a thing? I mean, maybe Wobble's forefathers don't have very good speed, but again, outspeeding through the rock polish. I even have rock polish if you're still gonna be slow. Rochfale Tunnel to Tandor Sheets, Bealbeach City. But it's not aliens? Alright, time to grab the items from the chipmunks and save because it stinks to lose progress. Well, here we are at Rochfale Tunnel. Rochfale Tunnel. Let's be real, it's gonna be pronounced the same as the town, but it's ambiguous because they talk about falling rocks, but it's clearly fail. Maybe that's the greatest fail of all. Well, Drillmon here was one of Davern's sweepers, and I guess we just needed to go 2 towns ahead in order to catch one. I think we're done with buying the standard Pokeball. We'll stick with Great Balls and up. And just when I finish trashing the standard Pokeball, it actually works. Oh, they bust out of their own Pokeballs. It gives Anime Pikachu energy. This is the drill that will pierce the heavens. I don't know, the people outside are talking about aliens a lot, so why not? Oh, I was just hoping to drop the accuracy if it had sturdy. I wasn't expecting that to be a KO. Jonathan's getting real close to level 31, and I gotta say, since evolving, the stat block overall feels a lot better to work with. Not that he was bad pre-evolution, but post-evolution, he now feels more in line with a hybrid sweeper. I think the higher base damage of magnitude goes a long way there too. While my team may suffer a ground weakness, it does seem that ground is a decent sweeping type in this game. Oh, Slash is fantastic with a high crit chance. It's less consistent than Max Friendship Return, but it's a lot more fun to work with. We'll get rid of Mudslap because the damage is just way too low to justify it. Accuracy drop utility is there, but I'd rather have 3 type coverage. You know, I was gonna almost be impressed until he says that they're still in the ball. Realize there are 10-year-olds slinging these things, right? It's not really a weight. We're actually approaching that awkward level where Jonathan is too high of a level to really help me catch something, and my other Pokemon are too under level. Maybe I should bring Cubby back. It would at least have like Stun Spore and Sleep Powder at some point. Something with False Swipe, or maybe the cats. The normal gym leader with the cat, they would have Yawn. Yawn always hits. Dunsparce has Yawn. Dunsparce would also have Rollout, which would knock out flying types that would be immune to Magnitude. Did I ever try showing a Dunsparce or a Grozard back to that kid that was looking for the fat yellow snake? I had to have included Dunsparce in this game for a reason. I might go with leveling a Dunsparce. Gliscor is an absolute terror in terms of stalling. Maybe the dev just really liked grounded poison type. That still doesn't necessarily explain the Dunsparce. And Dunsparce didn't release until 2022 with Scarlet and Violet, while the development for this game ended back in 2016. The box legendary, title screen legendary I guess, is actually the Sun and Moon thing where it evolves. If Dunsparce is the pre-evolution of the box legendary, no, that can't be. Or can it? I gotta say though, that Route 6 sign wasn't wrong. This is a pretty long road to the next town. I feel like we've already covered a similar amount of ground from between the last two towns, with Comet Cave included. Maybe I just feel that way because there was more trainers. Though that appeared to be the light at the end of the tunnel. Ooh, and I guess we do get a shot at catching a Gligar here. If I recall correctly, this is one of those encounters that have a really low catch rate. Using Wobble because I don't want to just one-shot the thing. One breakout. 2. 3. 4. 5. Oh, thank God, 6. Let's get out of here, Marceline. Wobble up to level 23, ain't no physical attacks gonna phase him. Well, except ground types, of course. And it would appear that that actually was the end of the cave. Alright, Route 7, where you can get jumped at any time as if you're in a cave. Unless it's only in effect when I'm on sand. Aw geez, the NPCs have switched over to Leet Speak. No way, man. The guy I got these Pokemon from said they'd be rad. And then they lose? What gives? Oh no, a house to heal up in? On one hand, I don't need nearly as many potions as the sign suggested I might, but they leave you someplace to heal that either means a boss is happening before the next reasonable save state, or it just stretches on a lot longer. I'd argue that access to a PC to swap out your Pokemon furthers that worry. It's probably here because at least one of the starters would have a significantly difficult time with whatever's about to happen, and they don't want you to have to run all the way back to the last town. Which is great in terms of quality of life, but I'm gonna proceed with some caution. The game does also come with a built-in Nuzlocke setting, could be for that. Wait, what am I doing? I literally rambled for like 4 minutes about how I was going to use Dunsparce. Why did I pull this bird out? Granted, that's not going to stop me from box checking all the new stuff I got. I mean, Gligar does have interesting coverage and works as a different stall wall from Wobble. Maybe I should try leveling out Marcy? It seems that Uranium doesn't provide any sort of direct way of checking what your hidden power is, at least thus far that I've found. However, they do give you access to your Pokemon's IVs in the stat menu when you look up their summary, which makes it easy enough to look up through a calculator. For now, we'll take the random hidden power and also, I guess, Aerial Ace for the flying type stab, and we'll see how that goes on Gligar. Oh yeah, water types would be problematic for the ground types, wouldn't they? Hold up, Bealbeach is the name of the next town. Am I going into a water type town? I'm really glad that I caught that, because Bubble Beam would be 4 times effective into Jonathan, and I'd just be switching over to Ultra Balls with each of the Chipmunks to try and catch this thing. Snail's on the castle. No wait, Beanie Baby, Snail. Alright, so if I'm going into a bunch of water types, then Gligar definitely isn't the move right now. We probably will just switch over to Dunsparce. Yes, Ted! Although Ted's only level 4, so I'm gonna need to do some swap training with Jonathan and hope Jonathan can tank the initial hit. And I guess we're also going to pray that this Grozard doesn't have Arena Trap. Oh, Jonathan's real close to leveling up, too.
Woohoo! Ted level 5, it's as easy as that.
Jonathan up to level 33? Okay. I have not seen a rare candy from these guys in a while. At some point, I'm going to be able to use my excessive consumable items to help level up Ted so that he could get the solo XP, but I feel like a Bubble Beam would one-shot him, so not yet. Honestly, an unlucky crit could KO Jonathan here. Ted is so close to level 6. Oh shoot, I forgot to take all the items off and heal. I guess we're gonna send out the Chipmunks so I get a free switch? See? It worked out, and now Ted's level 6. I'm really gonna need to be on top of healing this area just because everything could KO Jonathan. Corsola. Alright, that's weird for similar reasons to Dunsparce. Corsola variations don't appear until after official development for this game ended. Woohoo! Ted at level 7 already, we're just cruising. Ted at 8, wasn't expecting 2 levels in one fight, but I'll take it. If the other things were a one-shot, Flaffy should be a one-shot, no problem. Alright, Ted at 9. I was expecting to be close to 9 after that, but definitely wasn't expecting the extra level. Right, well, Ted probably won't hit 10 after we knock out this coconut crab, but he should be close to 10. It definitely feels like it's been a long time since I've seen a rare candy drop. It's rare, it's like 1 in 100, but I've got 4 of them, so it's like 1 in 25. I should be fine as long as I keep up with returning to this little heal shack. Ted's getting to a point where rollout might be able to get me through some of these fights. Swap training returns are diminishing, especially at this low of a level. Really, I need to get fly so that I can just fast travel. But hey, Ted up to level 10. Alright, Pursuit gives me dark type coverage, which helps with those silly psychic fish. Maybe I'll keep Spite for now? Oh, immediate hindsight regret. I think Defense Curl Rollout is a combo that boosts the power of Rollout. Oof, there's the Arena Trap Rosard. Right, I guess Ted just has to do this on his own. Maybe I should have gone for Rage with same type attack bonus, although he hasn't really been hitting me with attacks, so I wouldn't be getting the increased power. Hey, all 5 rollout hits and Ted gets full XP for the fight. Quick heal because we barely got anywhere, and then we'll make another attempt to press down the route. Yeah, this definitely hasn't been a particularly lucky episode for pickup. Does he actually give me the choice, or is this the illusion of choice? Oh, he actually does give you the choice. I'm still gonna fight him, though. Oh, no. Please don't be an Arena Trap Terralard. Alright, cool, because Ted was not going to survive that fight. Although, I could have switched to one of the chipmunks and get a free switch. Plus some growls in. Maybe, probably not. Though I guess it doesn't matter if Jonathan one-shots him anyway. Woohoo! And Ted up to level 11? This is the best fight. Don't look for fights, but also train. All things in moderation. Black Belt, a held item which boosts the power of fighting-type moves. Alright, I'm gonna swap to Jonathan if it lets me. I don't want to have to double back to heal right now. I want to see if I can get a little further down the route. I'm suspicious of this bridge. Oh, I could take a fight on the bridge itself. Oh, Ted's in danger. Okay, Dunsparce is not the way to go through that when Ember is super effective anyway. That Sand Tomb was deadly. Also, I can't believe I forgot to remove those held items again. At least rollout means I was able to catch this thing. Ted, your sacrifice was not in vain. Let's go get you healed up, buddy. It's a grass and ground type? We're gonna call her Coco. I'm mean, a free Ultra Ball is pretty nice. Jonathan's strong enough that a repel should be 100% effective. Ferry to Vinoville. I don't have any sort of ferry ticket yet. Yes, I know where to go when I do. Hold up, I literally just— oh, Ted's a lower level. Repel's not gonna work. Alright, that's fine. These coconuts are grass ground. They pretty much just hit you with grass attacks and sand attack. They're no problem for Jonathan. Question becomes, do I switch to Jonathan leading to make use of a repel, or do I just do more swap training? I think for now I leave Ted up front, at least until he hits level 15. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen one of the snails. Those are actually somewhat of a threat to Jonathan. Oh boy, am I glad that rollout missed, otherwise Ted was gone. Jonathan's technically a hybrid sweeper, but I only have Ember as a special attack right now. I should probably fix that. Alright, Ted level 12. And would you look at me remembering to remove items from my horde of pack rats? I know exactly what they're in my party for, usually. Though I don't know that they know why I'm keeping them around, because they have failed to bring me any candy recently. Rollout would be weak, Rage would be weak, Pursuit would technically hit through Corsola's defense, right? Of course, Magnitude should be super effective, it's just a double-edged sword. Oh no, should I have made an effort to catch that Corsola? Oh boy, I think that mud bomb did even more than the other one when it mud bombed me. Maybe the last one had low special attack. Perhaps this one has high special attack. Guess we won't find out because the Harden was not enough to save it. Honestly, I should use potions and heal both Jonathan and Dunsparce, but I think that I can avoid doing that. Dunsparce should be tanky enough to survive a Grozard arena trap, and I could always swap to one of the chipmunks to get a free turn to swap and or heal for every other eventuality. Took a chance and it worked out. He didn't even attack Jonathan. Now we just need to heal and run ourselves back over to that bridge, as it's the only path to progress down. Cross our fingers that we don't run into too many wild encounters to slow us down. Or we can just breeze through with no wild encounters at all, why not? I knew this bridge had me sussed out for some reason. At least it's just Theo. Oh, he was looking for a fight. Bring out that little metal cat and the free XP that comes with it. Alright, I'll admit, that snail has the potential to injure me. I think that Ted is weak enough that the AI should automatically target to try and KO him, which means I should be safe to switch to one of the chipmunks. I'll lose the chipmunk, but Jonathan should be able to swap in for free. Ooh, only magnitude 6. I don't think that's gonna be enough to... Ah, it's okay. We survive and we outspeed, so we should be good. Couldn't have rolled the 8 last time. That would have been a KO. Of course it crits when I don't need it to. Swap back to Ted so he gets the XP. Oh, and he's so close to 13. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have just used a potion on Jonathan to heal. Now I need to do the cannon fodder chipmunk shuffle, because I'm pretty sure Jonathan weighs enough that low kick will KO her. So I'm gonna swap to one of the chipmunks, so that I have a free swap to one of the chipmunks, so that that second chipmunk can use a healing item. I guess that we outspeed and it doesn't use the turn to attack, so it didn't matter anyway. Ted at level 13 though. If I hadn't gotten rid of Defense Curl already, I would probably be doing it now for Screech. Honestly, Screech is pretty decent. I think I'll drop Spite for now. I don't know, should I have tried to roll out into this thing? I mean, that's a lot of solo XP. Game over, Theo. It's been fun. Hey, and Ted at level 14. I wonder if that dialogue option changes if he doesn't get a chance to KO anything. But I mean, yeah, technically you killed some Route 1 chipmunks. Wait, am I going the wrong way to the gym? Ooh, hidden sunstone. Gotta save and check the held items again. Ooh, a piece of candy! Alright, well that's story progress, we're gonna save. Despite 3 of the Chinmunks being down right now, I think my best bet is to trudge onward. My gut is telling me that the town can't be too much further along. I have 1 chipmunk left as a free switch, but I don't think I'm gonna need it, and pickup continues to proc on the KO'd chipmunks anyway. Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep blazing forward. This is gonna be a really long fight because I want Ted to get the solo XP, and I'm just gonna keep using consumables. I'm using Rage, and I'm gaining attack power for Rage, and then I switch to heal, and then go back to Rage. Does it keep stacking the Rage damage, or no? Although all of Ted's damage is physical, and Jonathan's special attacks are weak, I can't just let this thing keep using Harden. I'm gonna need to Screech back through it. Although I do have enough consumables that I could potentially just force it to struggle out. However, that would be an excruciatingly long fight. Alright, the water guns don't do too much damage, the mud bombs do a lot, and it's too tanky, bro. I'm not doing any damage. Jeez, all of that time for 174 XP, totally not worth it. Ooh, a piece of candy! I mean, I guess I have a better knowledge of Ted's current limitations and how much damage he can tank. Oh, Arena Trap Rosard. Guess we have to fight this one. Honestly, that damage output isn't terrible. Getting a little bit more worried about conserving move PP. The route shouldn't be much longer, but at the same time, Rage is kind of useless at only 1 charge. Ah, TM11 sunny day. Well, I guess we're getting close to whatever goes on at a power plant. Oh, finally, Bealbeach City. Not gonna lie, I really doubted that road sign, but it was right. That was a really long route. Dude, this is like the place to be, man. Ah, the casino. Another ranger headquarters. Ooh, the big department store. Oh, so this is the town my dad is holed up in. Hey buddy, you wanna buy a watch? Don't tell the ranger. Dude, you're right next to their headquarters. Alright, name of the gym leader is Callie. Does the coconut evolve into a full-sized tree? Don't go to the gym, go talk to your dad, and a revive behind the Pokemon Center. I say sus. Coconut milk. I am uncomfortable with that existing in a world where the coconuts are a live animal thing. A revive and a full restore? These things should not be in plain sight in the city. Something's up. Egg quest, egg quest, egg quest! Oh, I need to free up party space. Usually the egg hatching quest denotes two things. The first being that you're going to be approaching a daycare where you could actually breed your own Pokemon relatively soon, and the second being a Pokemon that's available but difficult to acquire. Whatever this thing is either rare or only going to become available either late game or post game. I used to be an adventurer like you till I took an arrow to the knee. Oh, and she actually does want us to come back to show her whatever hatches out of the egg. Pretty standard summary for the egg. It will likely change its description as it gets closer to hatching. Hope you've enjoyed the road to Bealbeach City, and we will find out what this little guy hatches into in the next one. Ooh, a piece of candy! I'm so glad we actually found a couple of rare candies by the end of it. Okay, bye!